Hello. Hello, Facebook fam. Good afternoon. Happy Sunday. Today's Sunday. Today is Sunday. For any of y'all that may not be keeping track. I'm just calling the video up over here on my laptop. So I see people are hopping on. I'm going to wait for us to build some traffic, get people viewing here. Let me know where you guys are watching from as you hop on here. Always super cool to know where people are tuning in from around the world. I have a furry friend that I wanted to introduce everyone to. What's up? She doesn't want to be on TV. She's nervous. Here, let me just, I'll put you down. Look at this. Say hi, Stormy, say hi. Oh, Stormy. This is Stormy. She doesn't want to be hanging out, so I'm going to put her down. Stormy is a kitten that we rescued last week. Let me just wash my hands. Who do we got here? We got Latarsha. Hi, Queen. Back at you, Queen. Nice to see you. Welcome. Just washing my hands. The kitten has made her way back across the room. I've just set up a new sitting area in my condo for reading, which I'm very excited about, as the baby, who you might be hearing, is growing up. She's growing out of a lot of her baby stuff, including her pack and play that we used to have set up for her to play in. So that space where I had the pack and play has now become a reading nook, and the kitten has taken over that space. That's her nap space. So that is Stormy. We adopted her last Tuesday. A mother cat with 7 kittens was brought into my local vet. So they spayed the mom, and then the 7 little babes needed a home, so we scooped one up. My original idea was to get the kitten to play with my dog, because my dog's been a little bit lonely since we had the baby. But the baby has taken more of a liking to the cat than anyone else, I think, in the family, so it's been really beautiful to see. Beautiful. Doing something different with my hair, you may have noticed. Woo! It's getting long, and I can't get it cut because quarantine, self-isolation. So I'm just playing around with it. It's kind of got like that chicken butt Ace Ventura. It looks like Ace Ventura when I look at it from that angle. That's what I'm going for. That's my aim here. Let me know what you guys think. Should I shave it again? Should I just shave the sides? I mean, it's almost to the point where I could do a mohawk again. I've had a mohawk twice in my life. I've had a bleach blonde mohawk, which has been super fun. All cool people. People are hopping on here. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. Thank you for joining us, Christy. Where are you watching from? Let me know. So, everyday brunch, right? Every day is brunch day during this self-isolation time. This COVID-19 does not seem to be going away anytime soon. I know here in Costa Rica we've just extended some of the restrictions. I think the borders they were closed till April 12th, they are now closed to foreigners until April 30th, with the expectation they're probably going to be closed a little bit longer. We're hoping not. Rhonda's watching. Oh, Rhonda says she loves my hair. She's saying hello from Florida. And Angel's watching from beautiful Sierra. Yes, good to see you. I think I just saw some pictures of you on Facebook, Angel, enjoying this Costa Rican beauty. So, everyday brunch. We can have brunch every single day right now because no one's going to work. Every day is the weekend. I mean, pardon me. Some people are going to work. Thank you to our healthcare workers, our frontline workers. Thank you to all of the the necessary businesses that need to stay open, supermarkets and all of that stuff. Super important. Pharmacies, frontline workers in the hospitals and all medical facilities. Big thanks to you. But a lot of us are stuck at home, so we can have brunch every single day. Rachel's saying, hey Meg from the UK. Someone's watching from Colombia. Latarsha's watching from Columbia, South Carolina, USA. I'm glad I checked because I just saw Colombia come up on my phone here, and I was thinking the Colombia, like South America, but no, the North America. Hello from Dallas, Texas. Mia's watching from Dallas, Texas. So I wanted to show you guys a couple of quick recipes. You could probably probably hear that. That's Kobe. She's having a great time with her jingle bell over in the living room right now. My mother, who I don't think is watching yet, she hasn't hopped on here. She sent me this recipe that I'm going to show you guys here first today, because this is a recipe that I grew up eating. I don't even know how we got talking about it, but a couple of weeks ago, or I guess more than a month now probably, Mom mentioned this recipe, and she sent a copy of it to me via email. She took a picture of it in her recipe book and sent it to me. I grew up eating this recipe. It was a breakfast that she often made for us on the weekends. And it's been used so many times. Like she took a photo and sent to me this piece of the recipe page, and it's just covered in butter and flour and just stained as all get out. Hey, there's my mom. She's watching. Hello, Mom. So that's the earmark of a really good recipe, is when it is completely destroyed in your cookbook with stains and food spills and all of that, because that means you've been using it a lot. So that's what this recipe is. I'm doing a little bit. I'm tweaking it a little bit for our purposes this afternoon, but it's really, really easy, and I want to show you guys that. But before I get to it, I want to also let you know, if you haven't read, and I know this is backwards, if you have not read Jerry's book, Shit the Moon Said, now is a really, really great time to read it, because you probably have a little bit more time on your hands, but it's also a really good time to listen to it, because right now on Amazon you can get the audio version of Jerry's book, Shit the Moon Said, for free, downloadable on Amazon. So go check that out if you haven't read the book. Even if you don't like reading and you'd rather do audiobooks, if you're still going for walks, it's really great. Audiobooks are great for that. You can download this for free right now in the audiobook, Shit the Moon Said. So this is a really great book. If you don't know much about Rythmia, if this is your first time tuning in, we are on Life. This obviously isn't Rythmia. I'm at home right now, but Rythmia is a life advancement center, and we specialize in a ton of different healthy living modalities and spiritual exploration through yoga and breath work and and great food and plant medicine ceremonies and classes and workshops. And this here is a lot about Jerry's story and how Rythmia came to be, his conversations he had with the moon while in a plant medicine ceremony, and it's really, really great, easy read. Wow, Kobe's having a great time! Downloadable for free in the audio version on Amazon. I want to let you guys know. Sarah says, how you doing, Meg? I miss you, your amazing meals, and dancing at Rythmia. Oh, I miss you too, Sarah. I miss dancing. Oh, we got Dee Dee watching from Houston. Sherry Lean is watching from Alberta, Canada. Yeah, I mean, wow. Do I ever miss dancing? Do I ever miss being at Rythmia? This is about a long stretch, not being able to do what I love, and I know that there's a ton of people out there that are feeling the same way. It's really difficult. Being at home is beautiful. Being away, working from home is beautiful, but man, I know for me, I miss the social component of being able to do my job. Like, I'm lucky I get to do the job that I get to do when Rythmia is open, and I'm so grateful for it. So I'm going to show you a couple things here before we get started. The first recipe, this is going to be an orange date muffin. Yeah. When I was a kid, I didn't think I liked oranges and dates together, but hey. Jen Taylor says, Meg, your mom has been busy supporting the Scrub Cab product in Huron County. You have an awesome mom. Yes, my mom is super, super awesome. My mom has been making masks and caps for the frontline workers in our small town and small county in southwestern Ontario. So thank you, Mom, for doing that, supporting. My mother is an ace with the sewing machine. She's an ace at knitting. Her license plate is, I'm not going to tell you what her license plate is. That's a lot of information to be sharing on the World Wide Web. My mother likes to knit a lot, and she's amazing, and we love you, Mom, so much. So much. I really hate that we can't come visit you guys right now, because this would be the ideal time to travel, because I'm not working, but it's not the ideal to travel for obvious reasons. Sarah says it was my first book. It was my first, yeah. Read it very quickly before I didn't even read well English. Oh, Sarah is so great. Yeah, the Shit the Mood Said, it's a good, easy read. Okay, so let's get to the recipe, shall we? Oranges. How about some fruit punch, guys? Do you want some fruit punch? Fruit punch! I saw that on Netflix last night. Fruit punch. So lame. I've been saving that for you guys for the last 18 hours. I'm really excited. Okay, so these are regular oranges that we all know. This is a Costa Rican orange. So this is pretty ready. I know my mom says corny. Corny. It's almost as good as my stairway gag last week. So this is a Costa Rican orange. So it looks kind of yucky. They don't go fully orange like your typical navel oranges, but I'm going to show you. On the inside, beautiful. So I've got this here. This is just a Costa Rican orange. These grow on the trees here. Delicious. And then I have a traditional orange. So I'm gonna start just slicing that up real quick. I'm cutting the ends off. Hey, look, I have this amazing technology. What? Da, 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 da. So I'm just taking the peels off. So this is an orange date muffin, and what's really cool about this, and you guys know that I am the queen of easy shortcuts, we're gonna take all of the wet ingredients and we're gonna throw them into a blender. So it just makes everything really, really easy. So this orange here is seedless. Because I have a powerful blender, I'm just gonna toss this whole orange in. Pachumba. That's the sound effect I make for my daughter. And then about a half a cup of orange juice. I'm just going to squeeze this right into my blender here. So this is the Costa Rican orange. We've got a little bit of imported American, no, where would these be from? Probably from Florida, I would guess, or California. So I've got Costa Rican American muffins coming at you. So you want about a half a cup of orange juice for this recipe, and one orange cut into small pieces if your blender's not really powerful. So now I'm just gonna put this on the blender, and the peelings too. I forgot about that, Mom. My mom's helping. Thanks, my mom is here to help me with it. I've never actually made this recipe. So my mom wants me to put the peelings, all of the peelings, Mom? All of the peelings. All of this. All of this goes in, Mom? Really? Tell me, Mom. Speak to me. Tell me, is that right? Peelings too. Peelings too, she says. All right. I mean, we do love having the zest. Yep, my mom says the peelings too, all of it. So this is why it's so orange flavored. That makes so much sense. So I'm gonna put this in the blender and I'm gonna whirl it up. I'm a little bit nervous now my mom's watching. This is her recipe. Here we go. So my blender is super powerful. So that just processed it up real good. Oh, it smells divine. Sarah says banana chocolate muffin. Oh my goodness. So yeah, this is the same technique that I use for making my banana muffins. I put all the wet ingredients into my blender. It just makes life that much easier. So all this is a whole orange and a half a cup of orange juice. Adding to this, I'm gonna add a few other things. I've got 1 egg here. So this is not vegan. You could do an egg substitute. You guys remember in the last couple of weeks, I've been talking about the vegan eggs that you can buy that are powdered. You just add water. They're great for baking. They're great for scrambling. I've made scrambled eggs with them, but today we're using a real egg, so that's gonna go in there. And instead of butter today, Mom, and you let me know what you think about this, I didn't have any straight up butter. I had ghee and I had coconut oil, so I'm gonna actually use coconut oil today. So I'm pouring that in, about a half a cup coconut oil. That's gonna be our fat. Delicious. And then I'm going to add, instead of all dates, because normally you want to have about a half a cup of dates for this recipe, I didn't quite have that much, so I'm going to toss in some raisins. So I'm going to just toss that in, just a bit of those. Then I'm going to run a quick knife through these dates. How am I doing, Mom? Dun, 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 dun. Mom says yum. Mom says yum. So I've got that, throwing these dates in, making sure that there is no pits, nothing worse. I've put many a pits through my Vitamix blender, I'm not gonna lie about that. It's not a very pretty sound, but luckily the Vitamixes can handle it. And then I'm just gonna whirl that together. So we want these dates to cut up a little bit more and whip that egg in. Your muffins. Put the dates in the blender. I did. The dates are in the blender, Mom. I put them in. The dates are in the blender and that chopped them up. Extra good. Delicious. I'm gonna add one extra thing here. Some vanilla. Because I think the vanilla will be really, really good with this. So I'm gonna add that in. Oh, I should have put the sugar in here too, shouldn't I? Mom, should I add the sugar? I think I probably should. I'm gonna put the sugar in. So I got the recipe calls for a 3/4 cup of sugar. I'm gonna use a little bit less, just to keep it a little bit less sweet, because I do have those dates in there, which are quite sweet. There. So I used just some good old white sugar. Nothing fancy here today. And then here I've got my flour. So I've got a 1.5 cups. This is gluten-free flour that I added. Did I actually pour the vanilla in, or did I just pretend to? Sounds like I did. So I've got a 1.5 cups of gluten-free flour. You can use regular flour, obviously, but all I had was gluten-free or yuca. And then I've got a teaspoon of baking powder and a teaspoon of baking soda and some sea salt. And I'm actually going to, I know if you're not in the kitchen very much on baking, especially, you probably don't do this, but I like to always use a fine sieve to put my baking powder and my baking soda through, because there's usually chunks, right? You can see if I do that, all my baking powder and my baking soda are these little chunks. We don't want those in the middle of our muffins, so I'm just gonna use the bottom of my bowl here and just press it through so I don't end up with the chunks. And now everything is really lovely and integrated. Yeah. Perfect. I'm gonna add one extra ingredient for texture. And Mom, you're gonna think this is hilarious, because this is what I talked about last week, I think it was. I really hated this growing up. I'm gonna add some shredded coconut. So this is just unsweetened shredded coconut. I'm adding that in for some extra texture. Just about a 1/4 cup. Just using up stuff in my kitchen. Let me see here. Alina says, I'm new to Rythmia and I'm really enjoying it. Thank you. Are these recipes all from Costa Rica? I miss it there so much. This recipe is not from Costa Rica. This is from my mother's pantry in Ontario, Canada. I'm thrilled to be sharing with you guys. I've already got the oven preheating at 350. Should be at 375. Now it's at 375. Well, it's gonna be there soon. Oh, it's beeping, it's already there. Okay, so I've got my dry ingredients and I'm gonna just pour in my wet. Now with muffins, and if you bake, you know this, you don't wanna combine any more than necessary. All the recipes for muffins always say, stir until just combined. There's like a line that you cannot cross with making muffins. So just really being really gentle here, giving it a nice stir. You just want to incorporate the wet with the dry. I have my iPhone again attached to a vanity mirror that has, you know, the little tilt on it. So this is really handy, isn't it? This is helpful. You guys can see what I'm doing. It's like I'm my own camera person. Look at that. So just to combine, we don't want to go any more than that. Delicious. Ugh, so good. So good. Oh, I'm actually gonna keep that down. So what I've already got here is a muffin tin, and I've gone ahead and prepared it with liners. But I'm gonna grab a bit of this spray, because I like to just spray around the liners, just in case any of my muffin top comes up and over, so that it doesn't stick, because there's nothing worse than tearing the top of your muffin off by accident when you're taking it out of the tin. And this is another trick. This is what my mom used to always do growing up. Ice cream scoop to scoop my muffins into my tin, and that it makes sure that they're all the same size, and it's perfect because it drops the perfect amount right into the cup. You don't need to use 2 spoons. Just pops right in like that. So good. Now this texture of the flour of the dough is a little bit different because I use the gluten-free flour. I got a little bit down here that's a little bit of flour still at the bottom. I'm just gonna incorporate real quick. Because of the gluten-free flour, they're not gonna raise and be as fluffy, and you know, it's gonna be a little bit more dense at the end of the day when we get these baked, but the orange flavor is gonna just overshadow any of that density because they're gonna just be so bright. So it's coconut orange date. Yummo! I'm gonna put this is gonna be a little one. And I'm just gonna scoop that off the back. So we've got 11. We didn't quite put a dozen because I was generous with my scoops. I'm gonna pop these into the oven. Oops. Tilt that up. Midge Jones is saying hello. Alina says, oh wow, that's awesome. So good to have you guys all watching. If you're hopping on and you just popped on, please let me know where you guys are watching from. Look at that. Delicious. So these are gonna go in the oven. I had someone watching last week message and ask where the heck's my oven, because my stovetop over here has my spice rack underneath. This is where I keep all the spices. My oven, I have a wall unit that has an oven and a microwave behind over here by the fridge. Can you use almond flour? Yeah, you could try. I mean, almond flour definitely will make a very, very dense muffin. If you're using egg, that would help hold it together. The thing about almond flour is it just doesn't have the capacity of a gluten flour, obviously, to hold together well. So I might even use an extra egg to help leaven it and keep it all bound together for sure. Krista says, hey Meg from Winnipeg. Hi Krista Anderson, so good to see you. Karen is watching from New Zealand. I love it. People from all over the place. Okay, so the next recipe we're going to show you guys how to do is one that I serve at Rythmia. We don't serve it very often. It's only on the menu a couple of days a week, but it's another really easy one. So this is an easy brunch recipe, right? Muffins are always a hit at brunch. I made that dozen, and I'm gonna freeze a bunch of them, because then I'll just take them out, like freeze them individually, take them out, let it defrost at room temperature, or throw it in the oven just to warm it up. And those are really, really easy for breakfast or brunch or snacks any time of day. Kobe, my daughter, would actually get a load out of that. She would love that muffin. She's eating pretty much anything these days, even though she has no teeth. It's crazy. My daughter is almost 9 months old and she has not one tooth. And my friend has a baby that was born 2 days before us. Her daughter has 10 teeth. It's absolutely mind-boggling. Paula says, greetings from Northern California. I can't wait to try these before oranges are no longer in season here. Yeah, you guys, please try that recipe. It's a really, really good one. My mom can attest to it. She makes it all the time. I should actually, hold on, I'm gonna show you. Do I have it? I'm gonna show you the muffin recipe. I think you can't, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that, but this is the copy. It's like yellowed, the pages are just, it's perfect. It's well used and well loved, that recipe. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna show you guys how to do is really, like I said, it's a really easy one. This is a vegan recipe, and it is a French toast. It is something that I serve at Rythmia all the time. So what I've got here is, not all the time, I just said it's only a couple days a week. A couple of pieces of bread here. You could use gluten-free, obviously. I'm gonna start warming up my pan over here, because we're gonna be cooking this like a regular French toast. And it's the easiest thing in the world. Dun, dun, dun. Transfer my ingredients. All right, guys, so what do you think about the hair? Can you weigh in? I wish I could do like an Instagram story where you could like say yes or no to the wave thing that I've got going on here. Okay, so in a mixing bowl here, I'm just gonna add in some almond milk. So I have some unsweetened almond milk in the fridge that I wanna use up. So 1 cup of almond milk. Grab myself a whisk. 1 cup of almond milk. In this little cup, I have about a half a teaspoon of cinnamon and a bit of sea salt. I love cinnamon with my French toast. In here, I've got about 2 tablespoons of cacao powder. From the refrigerator, I'm gonna grab just a little bit of maple syrup. This is a juice bottle that I have just poured my maple syrup into for easy access. So just to sweeten it up a little bit, otherwise this recipe doesn't have any sweetener added to it. And then some chia seeds. So I've got about a tablespoon of chia seeds. And I'm gonna whisk this all together, and this is my batter for my French toast. The chia seeds, when they are in the liquid from the almond flour, they're gonna start to become gelatinous. They're gonna start to thicken up the liquid, and it's gonna coat the bread. It's funny, my cacao powder it's refusing to mix in. It's floating at the top of the liquid here. So I'm fighting with it a little bit. I'm actually gonna get in there with a spoon or a spatula. A spatula. So, spatula. Let's talk about spatulas for a minute. Spatula. Spatula. Maybe the clean ones would be a better example. This is always interesting to me. Spatula, spatula, or spatula. Right? For me, I've always considered these spatulas. These are the plastic, they're great for scraping bowls, but a lot of people call these flippers. This is a flipper spatulas. What what team are you guys on? Which one of these is an actual spatula to you? I find it really interesting how many people have very different opinions, differing opinions on that. Not important at all in life, but just deep thoughts with me today. I'm actually trying to kill some time because we want these muffins to be done, and they're going to be about 15-20 minutes. So what do you guys want to talk about? What do you guys want to talk about? I could do a little dance for you. I could do some more of my comedic gold. Okay, look, I got it to mix up. So it's nice and liquidy, chocolatey, delicious. And I just wanted to give this some time for the chia seeds to thicken this up a little bit. So now I'm gonna just take my bread, gluten-free or other, this is just a seeded one. I'm gonna get it under there. And I want this to fully engulf the bread. I want the bread to like almost be soaked right through with the chocolate chia mixture, because that's what's gonna give it the really delicious taste. There's nothing worse than having a big old thick slice of bread and then the eggy mixture or the chia mixture doesn't make it all the way through the middle. A little bit of this cooking spray. My frying pan is nice and hot, and I'm gonna drop this in. Using some tongs. Yummo. Turn that down a little bit. So I'm gonna let that cook, and then I'm gonna flip it, and I'm gonna show you guys what it's gonna look like. Let me check the ovens real quick. Oh my God, they look so good already, you guys. So good. Now, because this is vegan, there's no eggs involved in this French toast. It's not gonna take very long to cook. We just want it to crisp up a little bit. That's all we're going for here. So I got my flipper handy. Give it a little flip. Smells so good. Oh, so good. Yummo. And then this would be amazing to be serving with some sort of fruit jam, a compote, some coconut yogurt, coconut. Ooh, I have some of that actually. So, what do we got here? Let's see. So in the refrigerator, I've got a couple things I'm gonna zhuzh this plate up with when we're done. Oh, I found brilliant ideas here. Let's see, so it cooks up so fast. So fast. All right. There we go. Just like so. Beautiful. Look at that. Crusty, chocolatey, delicious. Okay, so I'm gonna do this so you guys can see what I'm gonna do. And then for serving, I've got some coconut yogurt. This is dairy free. This is gonna be fully vegan. A little bit of coconut yogurt. A little bit of raspberry jam. Maple syrup would be really good. I'm gonna add in some of this. I'm gonna brighten all of it up with some orange zest. And some dark chocolate with sea salt, grated chocolate on top. Like, how quick and easy is that? Fancy pants brunch. Yummo, delicious. Hey Bella. Okay, let's have a quick look at the oven here. Check out our muffins, or moletas, as we sometimes say in Espanol. I didn't set a timer. Did anyone else? My fork's coming out dry, so dun 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 dun. So just sticking your fork in, comes out dry. My oven is super powerful. It's convection, so those are ready to go. They smell delicious. They're piping hot. I think the coconut was a great a great idea. This super, super moist. Amazing. A bada boom. Bada bing. La 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 la. That's it. That's all I have. My friends, any questions? Shoot me a message. Something in the comments. Anything you guys want to see in the coming weeks while you're at home, while you're not at home, let me know. Send a message, put it in the comments. Any inspiration for topics, always really welcomed and helpful. In the meantime, it is now 2:30. I hope that you guys have had fun with me today, and I hope that you guys try this recipe. If you do, please tag Rythmia and tag me in photos of your creations. We would love to see them and share them. Have fun in the kitchen. You know, I know it's really easy to get into a rut when it comes to our food, especially in a time like right now where we're just kind of, it's Groundhog Day for most of us. Try to stay inspired. The kitchen is a great place to continue to be creative and to continue to nourish yourself on a physical level, but also in a mental and emotional, spiritual level. It can be really great meditation being in the kitchen. I'm gonna post the recipes in the comments so that you guys can go ahead and try these later on today. I don't eat eggs. Would chickpea water work? For the eggs, you could try it. There's tons of different vegan egg options out there. You could try it with the aquafaba. I would just, maybe whip it a little bit first. But yeah, try it. If you want to make any tweaks to the recipes, experiment with substitutions, please do. And again, post about it. Post pictures. Let us know how it worked out, so that we can share it at Rythmia here and everyone can know. All right, my friends. In the meantime, have a beautiful rest of your Sunday. I'm going to be live again next Sunday. I'm going to be talking about isolation eating once again. Maybe a bit more about the emotional stuff that might be coming up around that for you and your friends and your family. I'm a part of a mommy group. We had a meeting this morning at 7 a.m. We were talking about our children and how much more food some of our kids are eating now or thinking they need because they're home all day as opposed to being at work, and just being okay with that, and how we can all maneuver around this funny time that we are in the world right now. So stay tuned for next week for that. In the meantime, tune in tomorrow night for Dr. Jeff. Jerry will be live. JJ will be live this week. Kim Terranova will be live. We'll all continue doing this, keeping you guys connected to Rythmia and our team throughout this pandemic. All right, love you guys. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Mwah. Ciao.